good morning, whatever time of the world it is. Um, Tonight I thought I'd share my love with you for monorails. They cop a fair bit of flack. Some people really hate them, and I don't know why. They're probably the best form of transport in my mind. There's quite a few reasons. We'll rattle through them one at a time. But one, they don't need a support station or a depot. They spawn their own vehicle at the station, so you don't have to have this multi-layered setup like buses. It's all very clean. Where you put the station, they don't interfere with traffic like buses do. They don't jam up the road network. Also, they can turn a profit, which buses are very hard to do with. And quite a good profit too, to be honest. So this is my, I'll just guide you through what I've set up. This is my new world I've started. It's Palu. It's only got about 82,000 people in it at the moment. I've set up one industry. I've literally been working on this for about 8 hours. So about 81,000 people. Each of those grid squares has about 10,000 people in it. Low density in the middle, high rise on the outside. I'm also using the realistic population mod, so the high rises have that, well, as the name suggests, realistic levels. So the system I have at the moment comprises one central hub in the city and 3 terminus stations, so end stations, and they aren't that aren't actually drive through. The central one is, but the end ones aren't. That may change later. And all of the stations just go from one station to the next. I don't have really complicated loops, so people can get out and get back on and go wherever they want. But have a look at this. This is the city one. People are just pouring in from everywhere. That platform is packed. 1,622 passengers last week. That is mad. That is mad. You don't get figures like that on a bus. Ducking up to the burbs. This was the first station I set up. People just pouring in. Again, the platform is packed. That's amazing. That's just brilliant. I reckon that's about 300 to 400 there. 180 people, full line, full capacity. How many people are on this were serviced? 373 last week. There's nothing shabby about that. We'll go check out the other one on the other side of the burb. 372, similar numbers, so it's pretty good. Again, that's really nice. That's really nice. People pouring in from everywhere there. The last one to look at's actually down at the university. I figured it would be a good place to have one because you're going to get all the visiting students in that. 312 at that one. So that's about, 2,600 people? Cost me 2,085 last week. It's generated 2,794. So that's a 30% profit. So again, you just, it's so hard to do with buses, and I don't have the traffic. It's a no-brainer. It's just such a game-friendly way of doing it. You're just saving yourself a heap of lag. You're saving yourself a heap of vehicles, and I really do hate buses. I messed around with them for a while, and I'm not a big fan of them. I wanted to make a good transport system. I think I've got this monorail pretty well tweaked. It'll probably end up with about 500,000 on this map, and I think I'll just stick with the monorail, with the trains for the freight and for external passengers. I don't think I'll worry about all the other stuff. The other thing is, the way you've got to make it a successful station is to have something interesting there. So, like in the city here, I've got this unique building, which is the Media Tower, which is apparently a tourist attraction. For some reason, people come to look at the big aerial. Don't ask me why. And a couple of little shops here, like a bloody noodle shop or whatever. And so people are already coming there to eat lunch. So, also further down, we've got the passenger rail. So this is linked to the outside connection. It's linked directly to the outside world. So it's bringing tourists in. Look at them going straight down the footpath, straight to around the noodle shop, into the monorail, and over to the broadcast centre. So they're all using it, and it's really integrating well with the city. And of course, they can jump on the monorail, and the kids can go to the university. So. And again, having something there at the uni, apart from the uni, we've got the stadiums. Also here, walking through the park from the station, we've got the music festival, which is another unique, I think it's a unique building or a park or something or other. But yeah, it's you can just see the tourists pouring in everywhere. So yeah, that's really important to just have something. It's funny how far they'll walk to the monorail. They won't walk that far to a bus, but they'll walk a long way to the monorail. It's you want to, when you're planning where to put them, just put, like, there is a noise pollution issue with monorails, and that is the only downfall, in my opinion, the only downfall. But like this one here, you'll see I've got a buffer zone. And it's just a one-way track around, but it's a nice gap away from the that row of high-rise residential there. And they're a funny thing, because when you do drop the monorail, if you drop it too close, you'll see all the smiley faces flash up, and then you'll get the unhappy faces. So it's a bit of a mixed. They're happy to have the monorail, but they don't like the noise pollution. But check out how far they're travelling. These people are walking all the way back. We'll go back one big city block here, and they're still walking down towards the station. We'll duck out a little bit further here. Yep, back on the main street. And you can see there's a general walk towards the station. And that's a long way. That's a long way. Go up the other main road. And you see them walking down the footpath there as well. So, yeah, they just don't do that with buses. It's really good. Yeah, but anyway, that's why I love monorails. I think that's pretty much shared my case for them. Look how busy that is. That's just amazing. It's good stuff. Oh, actually, while I'm, just before I do take off, I was finding this one here when I put it in. I was only getting about 150 people using it, and I thought, it comes back to that, having something interesting there. Just put in this lovely little network of trails and parks and some trees. But I put in the swimming pool there. That lifted it to about 400. And then over the other side there I put in a sauna. So that just brought people to the area. But it's also bringing people from the city and from the other end of the suburb up here. So it's getting people jumping from one to the other. Anyway, that's my sharing. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night.